welcome to Homebrew Buddies, a D&D discussion group. I'm Rico Lestraps, the creator of Break the Table, standing in, substituting for Addison today. And this is our Homebrew Buddy chat, where we discuss different D&D classes, items, and more that you can try using in your own game. Break the Table, we are artists of the global majority trying to redefine the genre of fantasy and role-playing games using our own creative storytelling ideas. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitch, Instagram, and more. Don't forget to check out our Twitter and our Patreon. If you hit that heart below to keep up with us, we're going to be coming back with our main event, our Roleplay Varied mini-series, next Friday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, where you can see our full cast telling a brand new original story centered around the BIPOC experience. Before we jump into our segments today, I want to give a quick shout out to our newest follower, Max the Cup. I think you're here right now, so thanks for tuning in, man. And also our subscribers, Pebble Crumbs and Laz Juno, thanks for subscribing. You can hit that subscribe button right now. It's 20% off. Also, if you have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe for free. And of course, our Patreons, Bert. Thanks so much for supporting us, Bert, and you can check that out below. Joining me today, we have our incredible homebrew specialist, Kevin Heiss. And before we jump into our item that we're testing, which is going to be an item from my campaign called The Waters of Infinite Chill, we're going to go to Kevin for his some hot takes and a CR Monster Challenge. What's up, Kevin?
Ew. Hot take today. Rogues are somewhat broken. I think we all know that, but I've just been playing with a lot of different rogue multi-classes, and I'm just appalled at the amount of things that could make a rogue the most powerful character in a campaign. My favorite one that I really like the flavor and idea of it though right now is Rogue Samurai. Samurais, I believe at 3rd level, get an ability called Fighting Spirit, which allows you to have advantage. As a bonus action, you can take advantage on one of your attacks. And just imagining, because the wording of sneak attack is all you need is advantage, or to have another player engaged with it.
Yeah, it's not a very high requirement for sneak attack.
But just, I don't know, a samurai rogue sounds so cool. It's very anime, very just you put your sword back in your sheath, and that is the sneak attack damage being evoked. That's like my only real hot take. Not feeling too burning hot today. A medium hot take, medium rare.
That's really interesting that you bring up the rogues. I was listening to a podcast today that was talking about rogues. They were postulating a non-aggressive rogue and like what that means to play. But I agree. I think sneak attack is, if there's anything that could be worded differently in the handbook that I think can be worded in more of a narrative-based way, it's sneak attack. Because I totally get why they say
non-violent rogue.
Oh, well, they were kind of saying, like, jumping back to that, they were discussing building a rogue that is focusing on, like, more of the sneaking element of it. How do you use those rogue elements to subterfuge and sneak around and manipulate without actually inciting violence? Which is an interesting track to take, you know?
Yeah.
That was just a fun little thing that I heard, but I agree that totally, yeah, or a mastermind, or the mastermind as we were talking about pre-stream. But I think the fact that it's worded to say advantage, I get why, because the whole idea is if someone else is there, they're distracted by that other person, right? They're engaged in combat, and that's generally when you get advantage, or you're sneaking up, they're unaware. But if you were like mid-combat and you just take a bonus action, like to get advantage that doesn't really make a narrative sense to give you a sneak attack, why are you still getting the sneak attack? You know, if you're not taking the actual intent to hide. Like you gotta love when a rogue is like, I'm gonna use my bonus to hide, and it's like, okay, you're in a field though. What are you gonna hide about? You can't just hide in plain sight.
See, I've had people just I usually when that happens, I'm like, okay, the DC is 25 or 30 because we're talking about something that, because I believe 30 is considered like an impossible task in terms of like how the screen behind says, and then DT 25 is like nearly impossible. But at the same time, like I say that, but then my rogue has expertise and they're a level 7 character with +5 to dex, and a DC 30 is suddenly not crazy.
That ends up becoming a moderate. Yeah.
Which, I mean, I guess you're able to hide. I mean, if you roll that well, like, yeah, I guess you can hide behind a blade of grass.
Now, so that's when, and this is totally up for debate, but that's when, as a DM or a narration manager, or however you want to put it, that's when I think put my foot down and say no. Like, I get it that you're rolling great, but like the terrain dictates what you can and can't do, you know?
So how do you feel? So Tasha's Cauldron of Everything added a trait to the rogues. As a bonus action, you can invoke Coordinated Strike, I believe it's called, or something. Basically, the idea is that you sacrifice all of your movement to be able to gain advantage on a strike, be it ranged or not. And that right there seems to imply that advantage is the be-all, end-all of sneak attack.
Yeah.
Because that's what that strike does.
Steady aim.
I understand why it's kind of steady aim.
Yeah. I'll read it for those.
I think Coordinated Strike is the expert sidekick ability at level 7.
I'll read it for those who don't have Tasha's. As a bonus action, 3rd level rogue feature, as a bonus action, you give yourself advantage on your next attack roll on the current turn. You can use this bonus action only if you haven't moved during this turn, and after you use the bonus action, your speed is 0 until the end of the current turn. So the way that I kind of interpreted that is, wait, let me double check. Did it say ranged attack or next attack? What did I just say?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. I was up so early today. Next attack roll. So the way that I kind of see it is the narratively doing that is the rogue taking a step back and using their intellect to assess the weak point. And then it's almost like a written in, when players are like, I'm going to target their Achilles. That's what Coordinated Strike does, in my opinion. It instantly targets some
steady aim.
A steady aim, yes. Now you've got me saying Coordinated Strike.
Yeah.
The way that I see it is it.
Yeah, well, but then.
Go ahead.
No, keep going.
No, I was going to repeat myself again. I just see it as giving you that narration of finding the specific weak point on the enemy.
Yeah, but then at the same time, that then we get into that fighting spirit with the samurai, where that is very similar, where as a samurai, maybe you're just that's the type of samurai I am, is I strike at your Achilles before you even notice. My fighting spirit tells me where is the best place to hit you. And I feel like there's a way to narratively flavor it no matter what, but the book has on multiple occasions been advantage is the be-all end-all of sneak attack. So any ability that gives you advantage theoretically means that you're able to strike the weakest part of a person. It's just very interesting to me. And I don't know if it's broken or not. I do think it's fun because the rogue trying to figure out ways to get advantage in a battle can be interesting depending on the type of battle that is being had. But then sometimes I'm in a really, really slog of a battle, and the rogue is do I get advantage? Do I get advantage? And I'm no, you don't. You don't get to sneak attack me. and ruin my life. That's what happened to an enemy in one of my last sessions. Is my rogue crit twice on a sneak attack, and just destroyed my monster in less than 3 rounds. And we're talking, this is a level 11 party, and so I'm going. The monster that I have is really strong and has a lot of cool abilities, and they just decimated it.
I mean, yeah, that it friggin' happens. I don't think sneak attack is broken. I don't think the focus on advantage makes it broken. I just think it is the easiest to exploit. Not necessarily broken.
Yes.
It's just really easy to chisel away at realism with sneak attack.
Maybe I should just make it to where only new players or old DMs can play rogues at my table.
So they don't just constantly try to do it. Yeah.
Because, new players, in my experience, if they are really gung-ho, like, they want to roleplay more, then they do want to make a really powerful character. Some people really just want to make a powerful character, but, when new players come and they roleplay, I'm like, okay, even if they do fuck something up, they're gonna, like, come up with a reason why they did it, or, like, and all that. Like, I don't have to work harder to figure out why or how they were able to achieve something.
For sure. And for the record, I have no if you choose to like try to OP your character at someone's table and your DM is cool with that, and that's like the way that y'all run your game, good, more power to you. That D&D is flexible enough to be able to play that, right? Like if you want to have that like MMO RPG badass experience, you can. That's just not my personal flavor of the game.
Yeah, I mean, at D&D's core, it's a robust fantasy fighting simulator. Like, the fighting mechanics are the most extensive mechanics in the entire game. There's a reason why there's not like other role-play systems where they have like really intense like persuasion mechanics and stuff like that. Like, D&D is built for fighting, it's built for magic items, etc., etc. But
role-playing is critical, but role-playing is critical, but what you're saying,
we got, I mean, like you said, it really just depends. Like, if your campaign is just like, we want to fight monsters, we just want to be strong and fight monsters, like, that's your campaign. Like, just build some really strong enemies and throw a challenge rating that is equal at it and see if you win, see if you lose. Like, you don't have to, as a DM, like, you won't have to think about it too much also.
Yeah, it makes the DM job easier, but also a little less fun.
It depends.
Enough about rogues.
Oh, real quick, I just think the fun.
Go ahead.
There's a little bit of half evil fun when it comes to that kind of thing, because when I'm running a campaign that's narratively driven and I care about my characters, I look really hard for enemies that are going to challenge them, but probably not kill them unless like the enemy rolls really well or they roll really bad. But in a campaign where I don't care about that thing and everybody's just trying to be strong, I'm like, okay, I'm going to throw a really strong enemy at you and I'm not going to care if it kills you, because this is a video game now.
Yeah.
Just respawn if you really want to.
Well, like one-shots are fun for that. You can just have that frivolous, like, well, it happened, and then not worry as much. But anyways, speaking of challenge rating and monsters, Kevin.
Yes.
What you got for us today?
To the challenge baiting. Ayo. First try at a name. Challenge baiting. My last challenge baiting competition showcased that maybe challenge rating is a little bit more balanced than I originally thought. Where that differs between the number and the party level, I still wonder. But today we've done challenge rating 5, we have done challenge rating 6, and now we are on challenge rating 7. Rico and I have already rolled beforehand to see who is who. If you want to look on your own screens, we are going to be doing a Shield Guardian versus an Oni. Since I will not be narrating, it'll just be Rico and I going back to back, two DMs DMing each other, keeping ourselves
Fun,
honest.
actually. I mean, we have no reason not to be honest. It's monster versus monster.
True. So the reason why I picked Shield Guardian and Oni is because they both have a regeneration feature. They regain 10 hit points at the start of each of their turns. Very scary when you're fighting as a party. Regeneration is one of those things, just they don't even have to waste a turn to heal themselves, just automatic. Still beat the shit out of you while they're healing. Shield Guardians got an AC of 17, hit points of 142. Oni, I believe, have an AC of 16 and a health of 110. They're both very strong. I believe Onis are a little bit more dex. Actually, Onis are pretty intelligent compared to most monsters. Wisdom is still minimal, and Oni have good charisma, and Shield Guardians have basically none in terms of that. But both of them have. The Oni has a little bit of an edge with some magic, but it can only do a couple of those once a day. Some of those are for running away. Some of them are not. Both of them have pretty powerful hits. The Oni has the glaive, which is probably the most terrifying aspect of the Oni. It's just that 2d10. Ooh, rip India. But with that being said, those are all kind of the minute differences between the two. I think that we should just go for it, Rico. How do you feel about that?
I agree. I also put a little channel prediction in there, so if you want to make your guess and see who's going to win, go ahead and use some bricks and put your guess in there. Oni versus Shield Guardian.
So, before we get into then, Rico, let me ask, what is your guess? Who do you think is going to win?
Oh man. I believe... I felt really confident every time except for this one. So I'm going to say Shield Guardian.
Interesting. I think Oni.
Really?
Yeah. Onis are scary. I think I might just have maybe some bias because I have put Oni in a lot of my campaigns, and they are always so scary. Even as a DM, I'm like scared of Oni. I'm like, oh man, are they gonna be able to take two of them? Fuck.
Yeah, I'm in that weird spot with my party where like I have an Oni encounter planned. Like we're not at the point. We're not like they haven't triggered it. Essentially, they have yet to be camping at night in the place I need them to.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm at that weird in between where I'm like, okay, one Oni is just too easy, but they are not strong enough to take on two. So I'm like trying to balance it, but I'm also a person, like, I'm not going to just throw monsters out for the sake of monsters. I'm going to justify my monsters.
Justify your monsters.
Justify your monster.
This is so dumb.
You're frozen.
Oh no.
Oh no, it's good.
Okay. I had an Oni. There was two Oni. One was a blue Oni, one was a red Oni, and they were like Team Rocket.
That's awesome.
Just like a couple.
Love it.
A very coupley Oni. And we're just like beating the shit out of my party. Yeah, two Oni are scary. I mean, especially if two Oni decide to like really game themselves, because Oni, like I said, they're a smart monster. He's cold in the same turn. Your monsters would be gonzo.
Totally.
But that is the ever-present story of the DM, making your monsters and enemies both dumb and smart at the same time. Like, why wouldn't we use all of our bombs at once? Well, because it's a turn-based fight system. Don't you know that, idiot?
What? Why am I being what? 1 second.
All right.
Before we jump in, let me make sure that that this lag is on my end and not online.
I'm pissed.
Oh. Well, I'm getting an ad now, so we'll have to wait a little longer. It's all good. Let's go ahead, and I got my sheet up for the Oni.
Mm-hmm. As do I.
You have yours up as well. Awesome.
Shall
we just jump right in?
I'm gonna make a raw luck roll real quick.
Okay.
All right, because I just realized Shield Guardians have this ability that they have an amulet that they can either give to whoever made them or they can wear it themselves, and it gives them a reaction to add some AC things. So I'm going to go above 10, my Shield Guardian is wearing its own amulet. Below 10, it does not have its own amulet on.
Okay.
That's a 15. It's got its amulet on.
Okay. I'll do the same thing with the form I'm in, if I start in big form or small form.
Alrighty.
So above 10 is big form and below 10 small form. 13. I'm big, baby.
Woo! We're at our peaks.
Yes. I'm ready. Let's do it.
Would you like me to set the scene, or would you like me to?
Go ahead. Go for it.
All right. We are back at the Monster Royale, big old tournament. Exactly like before, there's a bunch of virtual screens that showcase all of these rich people from the multiverse watching these monsters go head to head, these sick fucks betting on the lives of these poor wretched souls. In a flash, two boosh! Bolts of energy appear on the battlegrounds. We see a shield guardian. Its large, 12-foot tall, metallic body stands confused in the middle of the arena, and across from it, about 15 feet away, is a ginormous, about the same size and height actually, blue creature covered in a hood with glowing yellow eyes, more dangerous than any cat you've ever seen. Let's roll for initiative, baby.
Let's do it.
I've got a -1 to Dex.
Oof.
That is
I rolled a 5 though.
Oh shit!
I rolled a 5. You go first.
I got a 9. Okay, so first, my Shield Guardian's just gonna rush at you and attack with its fists.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, that is a raw 19 to hit.
19. That's gonna do it. Body's frozen on my end. I wonder if our stream is frozen. I'm always checking.
Are we good?
Yes. Froze. Give us 1 second, y'all, as we figure out what's going on. If our stream is frozen. Okay. Everything's good on her end, she says. Okay, maybe I'm frozen.
Oh, there she's back now.
Sweet.
We're kind of going back and forth. Anyway, I did 11 bludgeoning damage to you.
11 bludgeoning damage right off the bat. Okay. I'm gonna heal by 10 of that, so I'm back to almost full.
Oh wait, I still got my second attack.
Oh damn. Okay, never mind.
But that probably doesn't hit. That's an 11 to hit.
Nope, not gonna hit.
All right, hit me with your best shot.
My turn starts with me healing by 10. This is going to be speed combat, y'all, just so you know. So we're going to fly through this. I'm going to go ahead and come at you with my glaive first.
Oh, yeah?
And that was a 20 to hit.
Hits.
And then my second attack is going to be... Oh, I can do both attacks with my claws. Or both attacks with my glaive.
Yes.
I'm going to do 2 with my glaive.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's I don't know what your armor class is, actually. That's only a 12, though.
No, it does not hit.
I'm gonna do it. Okay, I didn't think so. So I get to do 2 plus 4. and I did garbage damage. I only did 8 points of damage.
Only 8?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's back to my turn. I also regenerate 10 hit points, so I'm back at full. Just slugging each other and regenerating. Little bits of metal just like fix themselves. Let's go back for another hit.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it, that's a 10 to hit. Does not hit.
Not gonna do it.
But that is a 24 on that one.
24 does it, yeah.
Ooh. Wow, 11 damage again.
All right.
I'm dealing you
lose 1 point.
Yeah. All right, go at me.
I'm gonna on this turn. I think he's gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use my cone of cold and use it now.
All right.
Get it out of there.
Do it.
So
what do I have to roll?
Constitution saving. Constitution save.
Okay. That's an 8.
Yes. Okay. You're gonna take 8d8 damage. So I'm getting 4d8 right now. 8d8 damage.
Do it up.
8,
Do it.
12, 13. 25, 29 points of damage.
29 points of damage.
9. Yeah, that was a really good roll.
Hell yeah, you cone of cold, my shield guardian, the
It's because of his
joints.
mouth. And it's just.
The joints in my shield guardian are all creaking. But I am going to regain 10 hit points anyway as I heat up a little bit.
Oh, you can.
And that is my turn. That is a crit!
Oh, damn it.
I'm going to roll to see if I hit with my second attack. I do. And that is a 21 to hit.
21 hits, yeah. I'm putting all my d8s away because I don't need them anymore.
That is 31 points of damage to you.
31?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was 18 on my crit and then 12 or 13 on my second attack.
All right.
That's the thing with 2d6. It can range so wildly in terms of how much damage it can do.
Yeah. So let's do the glaive again. See what that 2d10 does.
Alrighty.
That's 16 on the die. 23.
23 hits. My AC is 17.
And again, 17. Okay, you have one higher than me. Good to know. First one hits, second one does not. So 2d10 plus 4 damage.
Do it up.
Hits you. Ooh, that's pretty good. 15 plus 4, so 19 points of damage.
Minus 9.
Coming back. As the glaive
10.
just cuts across.
Again, we're just dealing. This regeneration factor is wild.
Right.
That is a 14 to hit. That's not hit, I presume. And that is a 25 to hit.
That'll hit.
Nice. Another 11 damage.
All right. -1, basically, because I heal. Yeah, he's just going to keep on... I almost feel like it's not fair that I keep using my glaive and not my claws, but...
Nah,
that's
dude.
what he would do.
Why would you?
Do? Right? You have... Ooh, damn, so close. 19 plus 7, 26. And 17.
17. Ties would go to the attacker, but I'm going to use my shield reaction to add +2 to my AC. So you only hit once.
Okay. The first one hits. 2d10. 12 points of damage.
Alright, -2. That is my turn. I am going to go on the attack with my fists. That is a hit. And another hit. I hit you twice, Rico.
I don't believe you.
What? No. It's 11 damage on the first hit. And 13 damage on the second.
Is it 11 on the first?
Yeah, so 24 altogether.
Okay. 10 back. And then he's going to keep on swinging at you.
How's this Oni looking?
Very healthy. Very healthy, very strong. That's going to be a miss. I only rolled 13 on the first one. And I rolled a 2 on the second one. So both of those collide with your shield, just not able to break through.
The Shield Guardian is starting to learn the fighting style of the Oni. Its processors are figuring it out. Oh, that's a 3 on my first. And a 2 on my second! But I regenerate 10 hit points.
We both had a healing round.
Yeah.
Apparently. Great. That was crooked. So reroll. 20.
To hit, yeah, that hits.
And an 11. So the first one hits, second one does not. As they continue to slash away at each other. Ooh, damn. Damn. 23 points of damage.
Oh!
I rolled a 10 and a 9 on my 2d10.
Okay. Yeah, I take that. I regenerate 10 of that, and then it's my turn. I'm going to go for an attack. That is a nat 1.
Oof.
And a 19.
Okay, 19 hits.
It does exactly 10 damage, so nothing.
All right, it's my turn. We're going to go speed round so we still have time to discuss our item. Where is my die? There it is. I rolled a 16, so 23. No, 23 total.
Oh,
sorry.
then
That had was on the die first.
No worries.
And then the second one is an 18 total, so 2 hits this time.
Hell yeah. 2
I only
hits
seem
this
to do.
time.
Yeah, 2 hits this time. Cool. That's pretty great. That's going to be 17 points for the first hit.
Ooh.
But then only 7 points on the second hit. 24.
Ooh, whopping 24 altogether. Yeah. Alright. So that is the Shield Guardian's turn. It's going to go on the attack. That's a 3. And a 16. Ties go to the attacker.
Ties go to the attacker.
Just barely hit.
Mm-hmm.
Another exact 10.
Yes.
2 3s.
Your
plus
sword
4.
connects with my nails, and it chipped my nail, but that's about it.
What an awful
and so I think
that would create.
Oh, right. I'm going to do 1 glaive and 1 claw this time. Change it up.
Oh.
The glaive is a 24.
Hits.
And the claw was only a pathetic. Okay, just the glaive. That's a 15 total.
15 damage?
15 damage. Yeah, how's the Shield Guardian doing?
He's at about 2/3.
It's all damn. Yeah.
Yeah, that regeneration, man. Because I started off with more health than you did.
That's true.
That's true. Shield Guardian's got 142. So it's my turn to attack. That is a 17 to hit. And a 12.
Hits. Does not hit.
Finally, I do 12 damage to you.
Hey, 2 points.
And that's the end of my turn.
Question for you.
Yeah.
Nope, not gonna do it. Not gonna do it.
All right.
Not worth it.
Alrighty.
I had to remember how sleep works. Sleep. You have way too much health for me to try putting you to sleep.
A little bit.
Yeah. Way too much. All right, here we go. 2 attacks. Glaive. 20 and 21.
Hits. I can't even react.
There we go. Even with your reaction? Or no? Is it not?
No, that's +2.
Okay.
No, it does hit. Both of them do.
Sweet. 14 on the first hit.
Ooh.
And 10 on the second hit. So 24 again.
Okay, regenerate 10 hit points. Not looking as happy as I was just a moment ago. And yeah, that is 22 to hit.
That
and
does it.
17 to hit. Finally 2 hits.
They both hit. Damn.
That's 21 points of damage. That's both attacks.
21 total? Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. I'm starting to look worse. I'm starting to look a little worse for wear.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still more than halfway. But you're starting to hit me.
Alrighty.
Damn it, I keep hitting 19s on the die. So that's like 26 and a critical fail. So 1 hit. Both hit 1 critical fail, but you've had a critical success and I have not. 12 points on the 1 hit.
Alright, so 2 points of damage. Gonna go in for the attack. 2 21s.
Yep. Hit.
Old enough to drink, old enough to kill.
Yes. Although you only have to be 18 to be killed.
27
Points of
damage.
Wow, okay.
Altogether.
Yeah, that does a lot. Okay. Damn it, I gotta come back hard on this one. That's gonna hit. I rolled a 24, and the second one is a 19.
19 hits.
And 24 was the first one. Ooh, yes. That's going to be 23 on the first hit.
Ooh.
And 11 on the second hit.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Big hits.
Yeah. Every now and then.
I just got...
2d10 can do a lot of damage. It can do hardly anything, or it can be catastrophic.
Yeah, that was what you consider catastrophic for me. Okay, that is a 24 on the first to hit, and a 23 on the second. My Shield Guardian's starting to feel a little pressed.
Yep.
Oh. That is 18 damage to you.
18
attacks.
All right, it's a pretty good hit. He heals a little bit more as he goes, "Nobody makes me bleed my own blood."
I've been doing it all time.
All time.
This robot says.
Yeah, right. 18 plus 7, so that's gonna hit.
Hits.
11 does not hit.
Okay. Alright, give it to me.
Got lucky this time. 12 points of damage.
12 points of damage. That's it, right?
Yep. So 2.
Okay, going in for the kill.
Where you at?
17 to hit.
That's gonna hit.
And 19 to hit. I'm at 48 hit points.
Okay.
Man. Man, so low on my hit die. That is 17 points of damage.
Yes, that's what I needed to hear. Hanging in there, staying in the fight. It's okay if I get all my bad rolls out now. That means when I play with my campaign later today, I'll have good rolls, right?
And yeah, presumably.
Speaking of bad roll, 2 on the die.
Ooh, shove to the 2 crit.
3 on the die. So I missed completely. It just healed you 10.
Hell yeah. Thank you for the heals. I appreciate it. Now I'm at 58. That is 18 to hit.
Does
and
it?
23 to hit.
Does it?
That is 27 points of damage. Finally got some good rolls.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking rough. Looking very, very, very rough. Critical fail. And the second one hits. I got 21.
21. Do me up.
Oh, 23. I can't add the 23.
Yeah, that
But
little
regardless.
pluser one. Carry the one.
Okay, this might save me. 20 points of damage.
Oh, wow. I'm at 48.
You're at 48. I'm at 19.
I might get you. Let's see if this hits.
That DC makes a difference.
That is 15 to hit.
Does not hit.
That's a 23 to hit. Can at least make sure you don't get some healing.
Just roll less than 10 for me, cuz.
7 points of damage.
Yes, so I heal. Okay. Still in the fight. 2 more hits with the glaive. That's a 24. And that's a 22. So they both hit.
Let's see if you get lucky.
That's going to be 15 points of damage.
Okay.
And then the second time is only 11 points. So 26.
Okay, I'm not looking too good.
Me neither.
One good hit could take me down from you.
Same.
Ooh, 24 to hit.
That'll do it.
And a 22 to hit.
That'll do it. I think you've won.
Oh, 24 points of damage.
My max was 22. You got me.
Ooh!
Got me.
Do Onis have an Indomitable feature or anything like that? I don't think so.
Nope. You win.
Alright, my Shield Guardian pummels this Oni into the ground.
You win.
Sad boy days, 5 life.
But hey, I think this goes back into that idea of I was right. Shield Guardian's better. But AC makes a difference. Also, I was in my large shape the whole time. So if I was in my smaller shape at all, my damage would have been even less. All of the spells are useful, but Cone of Cold is the only one that was usable against you. What are your thoughts?
At that, you could have slept me at that.
I could have at the end. I could have near the end. I didn't think about it. I was more focused on just trying to kill you, just finish it off. So that was
expecting
bad
it to be
DMing.
such a slog. You know, with the regeneration, I was like, fuck, I'm dealing 2 points of damage to you, and you're dealing 3 points of damage to me. Was not expecting. I should have thought about that, but I really thought the Oni was gonna kick my ass, just because of that 2d10. But
but because of that regeneration and AC make a huge difference. These are both pretty well matched. You know, we could probably do it again right now, and it would go the exact opposite way. You know?
But I mean, there was also the one where you didn't get me with that Cone of Cold, though. because I do have a pretty high con. I had a plus 4 to con. I just rolled a 3.
I got lucky. I got really lucky. All right.
But at the same time, Onis would always have gaseous form, and
to always get away, if needed.
Just shout out to a very good little manual is called "The Monsters Know What They're Doing."
Love it.
I've read it before. It's very interesting. Has a lot of really good tips on how to make your enemies feel like they are just as alive as your players. Check it out.
I'm glad that you know that. Yeah, it's super good. Super good. All right, what we're gonna do real quick, y'all. Shadi, if you move back to my screen, we're gonna do a quick 60-second ad break just to run that for the few people that are watching. So if you stick around, help support our channel, we'd appreciate that a lot. After that short little ad, we're gonna come back with a quick little homebrew of making the waters of infinite chill. So thanks so much for sticking around for Homebrew Buddies. We're gonna be back in just a few minutes. Welcome back to Homebrew Buddies. I am your temporary host, Rico, standing in for Addison, and I have my homebrew expert, Kevin, here with us today. We just finished some really fun Monster Mash. What are you calling it again? Challenge baiting. Challenge baiting, where we test out different monsters against each other.
In turn.
Yes. And then we're going to be moving over to looking at some homebrew items now, which should be pretty fun. So what we're going to do, normally this is the section when Addison will give an item that he's built and we would play test it. Since he's sick today, what we're doing instead is we're going to try to actually build an item right now from essentially from scratch. I have an idea of an item. I have told Kevin a little bit about it, and we're going to kind of go from there. So in the campaign that I'm running for my family, my partner is playing a water genasi, and we decided to make a water genasi specific item or ability. We're still kind of going back and forth, but it starts off as a physical item called the Waters of Infinite Chill. And so we were ping-ponging a couple ideas about it before stream, but before we start pinging more, I just want to give a little more preface of the idea. Essentially, the Waters of Infinite Chill are meant to be a fountain of youth style stream where you have to be of a certain ability to even reach the Waters of Infinite Chill. In my mind, they are on the elemental plane of water, but that is, just in my basic forming of it. We're thinking about how can we take this idea of this chill water and make it applicable to both roleplay and combat. So, Kevin, do you want to share some of the ideas that you had off the bat?
Yes.
With it?
So my ideas were kind of related to I want to say staffs, but it's more related to the bard, those special instruments that they have where the magic item would basically have charges. And my initial ideas were you have 5 charges, they recharge every dawn or long rest, depending on some magic items have that special wording that it has to be the next dawn. It could be that, but giving it 5 charges, and each charge relates to a certain thing. So I know that this character has shape water and create or destroy water already. Those are abilities that they can have, but there are some abilities that I think would still be really useful. So my thought is that each charge is related to level, and so you can have Watery Sphere, which is basically water prison. If you ever have watched the Zabuza arc in Naruto, literally just put somebody in a ball of water and watch them drown. And that's a 4th level spell, so my thought is that's 4 charges. I don't think a 5th level water spell is necessary, and I believe the 5th level water spell is Tsunami. Might be a little higher level.
Tidal Wave? That's level
3rd level.
4 or level
3rd level.
Tidal Wave's 3rd level. Oh, yes. Shit. Okay, yeah.
The reasoning why Tidal Wave is 3rd level is because it is not. It is something like Tsunami is useful because that water stays there. Tidal Wave disappears. Is my idea on why it is a 3rd level and not higher, because it's a very powerful spell. But it's basically just it. It's more akin to Gust of Wind, which is really helpful for a moment. Tidal Wave can push a bunch of enemies back 50 feet. It's something that you can use to run away with, not necessarily to drown your enemies. Because I also think Tidal Wave is kind of like Call Lightning or other 3rd level spells like it, where certain parameters need to be in place before you can use it. You can't use Call Lightning if you're indoors or underground. You have to be outside to be able to utilize it. I think Tidal Wave, you need a certain amount of space to be able to, you couldn't just Tidal Wave a small room or something.
No.
My thinking. But there's also Control Water, which is a level 4 spell, which in my mind is very Waterbender level. It's it's a concentration spell. So you could make that the level 4 spell instead of Watery Sphere, depending on how much control you want them to have.
Yeah, well, as a Water Genasi, he already gets the Create and Destroy. That's true. And that's the bad on my end. Oops, I hit my mic. I tend to give wiggle room with create or destroy, and I let them control. But that's slightly different, right? That is, I mean, shape water is a control in a way, but it's not. It's quantity. That's the difference.
Yeah, control water. You can control like, it says you can choose a cube up to 100 feet on a side of water, and you can make it flood. You can part the water, a la the Red Sea, redirect flow, and whirlpool. So it's like, Avatar state level, in my opinion.
A lot more oomph. Yeah. And I think that fits more where I'm going with, or we're going with what the Genasi racial traits are in this world. I think with the way that we were setting up, the one time that he has seen someone with the waters use the power was actually stopping a tidal wave from crashing and destroying a dock. So I think it does kind of fit to go into the whole shape water side of things, to have that power behind it, more so than the attack of watery spear.
Awesome. So 5 charges. If you expend 4 of those charges, you can cast Control Water, is my thinking. If you expend 3, you could do Wall of Water or Tidal Wave, depending on what you want. I think Wall of Water because it's more controlled than Tidal Wave. Tidal Wave is just like a burst of water is conjured. Depending. And then second level, I don't know. It kind of go either way. The first like 1 charge of it, my thinking is Ice Knife, because it's the chilled water.
Yeah.
And Ice Knife is just a pretty good first level spell in general. And also, since I know that your character's a fighter,
1 charge.
Yeah, because first level, I'm going charges based on level of spell. So that way,
cool.
if you cast Control Water, you still have 1 charge of Ice Knife left. Like, I don't think you need a 5th level spell. It's like that. And then you could do 3 and 2, 3, 1, 1. Like, you could kind of do it however you want. And my other thought is that if you have at least 1 charge left in the item, you can use Ray of Frost as a cantrip as well.
Yeah, totally. Again, this is me thinking more as him as a fighter. If I want to give my fighter with a magic sword a cantrip.
That's fair. I guess it also depends on your ruling on cantrips in battle. Is like, even if a magical fighter person uses a cantrip I'm like, that's an action. You can't do a cantrip and an attack.
100%.
Yeah.
No. Cantrip is an action, and it's not a second attack. Like, that is your action.
So let me see. So Shape Water has a range of 30 feet, because really, Ray of Frost is just like an attacking version of the freezing aspect of Shape of Water. It's got a range of 60 feet, so like, it just like freezes people a little bit further away. Might be useful, depending on how much water is involved.
He was having moments of training with this person, so I think Ice Knife might be a fun, like, if you train and roll hard enough, ability that he earns on his own outside of it. Not the more I think about it, as opposed to putting it a part of the chill waters.
Yeah.
But I like your thought process of giving a cantrip, but still restricting it to being that is your action.
I mean, you can also like easily. I'm just looking at first level spells right now, and Ice Knife is the only one that's kind of water based. There's one called Frost Fingers that I assume is from a different. I don't know that spell, but I mean, you could also like, I don't know, make make it to where a charge equals like a cold smite or something. Then like something like that, if you want Ice Knife to be something that they gain later on. But yeah, those are my thoughts. Very, very charge-based weapon. I love charge-based weapons because I love being able to decide between like the 3 charges, 2 charges, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 4, 1. Like, I love that kind of maneuverability.
Yeah, and I've got to say, I like that you've even proposed that. I wasn't thinking in that element. I was thinking of it more of being like a permanent buff or debuff. But I like this idea of it being now that you've so again, the whole thought is you consume this, and now being a water genasi, that water is a part of him in a way. So that expenditure is kind of like the tank emptying and then refilling in a sense.
Yeah.
Kind of like the monk key.
Yeah, exactly. Just something to flavor and add
Mhm.
on. But I think we are
Yeah.
hitting our last few
Yeah, we're
moments
pretty
of the
much
stream.
Yeah. Do you have any parting thoughts about that item or about your challenge, our monster mash, our challenge bait?
Yeah, I do. Very fun.
Oh, yeah.
Thought that I just had was, I don't know what level spell it is, but one high level spell you could get is like levitate, but using it like flavor it to where it's water. That is like a piston of water shooting you up.
Raising you.
That's super cool.
Yes. Again, that's very Avatar. I mean, I love Avatar, so any way to like conjure up water bending, I'm here for.
Always.
Here for. Uh-huh. I have a monk in my party who is the way of the forehand, well, the way of the elements, path of the elements, and so she's always trying to like break her elemental attunement to be as close to bending as possible, and I'm like always. That's like the one rule where I'm like textbook because of that. But that's a whole different conversation. In fact, that might be a hot take for next week. Thanks so much for tuning in to Homebrew Buddies this week with us as we had some monsters clash and built a brand new item, the Waters of Infinite Chill. You can catch us here every Saturday at noon for Homebrew Buddies. That's every Saturday at noon. And go ahead and hit the follow button below for our other shows. We have our kids table, which is being released intermittently on Sundays throughout this month and next month. It's supposed to come out tomorrow, but I actually have a play reading that I'm doing along with some other members of the Break the Table team. So we're going to be postponing that for another week. So keep posted on our Twitch to see when that comes out. Follow us on Facebook, on Twitch, on Instagram, on Twitter. We put a lot of updates on all of those. And we also have a Discord that's pretty active and getting more active every day. So check that out as well. I just shared a link in the chat. And if you're feeling extra generous, if you're feeling generous, we have a Patreon, and obviously you can subscribe to our channel as well to get our awesome table break emote. Our patrons also get a free logo sticker. So join for one of those to get some of that. And we'll see you next week for more Homebrew Buddies, or tune in on Friday for the return of our mini series Roleplay Variant. Before we go, let me see if anyone that I love is. Oh yes, Stat is still streaming, so I think I'm going to go ahead and raid us over to my friend Stat, who was a guest on Table Design and will be a guest on Homebrew Buddies in the future. She's playing Spyro right now, so we're going to pop over and join them for a little bit. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time here at our table.
Love you.